Actually, in Afghanistan, I worked for International Security Assistance Force that led by United States. So I worked for them for about 10.5 years as a journalist. So at first when I started, so the security was good. And as a female, just I entered to the army base. But the perspective of the community was so different on me, and I had to wear the whole cover. And then they suspected, and like everyone just pointed at me and said that how it is possible that an Afghan female with the whole cover, how she can go and enter to the army base, so why, for what reason. But they never understood that this is like there is my office there, and also I had my supervisors and everything. So they started to talking. Then I had to change my clothes, my directions, day by day, week by week. And then even when I went at work, my neighbors asked me, where do you want to go? And I said, I'm going to university, or I'm going to school, or I'm going to shopping, but not telling anyone that I'm going to my office that is based in an army like location. I made a report about females who made self-immolation, so they killed themselves by burning. So I have been the witness of several or dozens of the females who just poured the gas on themselves, and then just they burned themselves. And even one of them who was already wanted to die, I said, why did you choose this kind of painful way just to kill yourself? And she said that just I wanted to show to the world that my life is more painful than the most painful way of the death. So I wanted to end my life just by this kind of action. So I wanted to say the word that this is the future of an Afghan woman. I think 8th of March 2010 with the International Day of Women Day. So I have started to open an orphanage in a very poor area that mostly their families came from as an immigrant from another part of Afghanistan that it was under the Taliban control, so they came to Herat. And I could accept 30 poor and orphans to free education. So everything was free, so I started just to spend 90% of my salary. So we had more than 150, around 200, and beside of the children, their moms. So they came and learned some professions like embroidery or weaving, knit weaving, carpet weaving. So they learned, and we trained them, so they went back to the society, and then they could find or open their own business.